Chris, man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the big skin when he stretch a disc. I'm talking a few $100,000. You just on your fifth grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, what is it?
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sport.
And Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
Hey, wahoo! Shoot!
From the gun, Trent. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, seam six.
Looking to throw. Trent. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Switch up, switch up. Check 13, check 13.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Mayfield down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. His throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 69-yard punt. 69 yards. Wow. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 14 carries, 51 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
52 is the mark. We got it. Watch the safety creep.
From the gun, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
We're scoreless after 1.
Check back.
Dances by him. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And an alley to run. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoff.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he has now done it. That is career sack number 201. He has the all-time NFL record, surpassing the previous mark set by Hall of Famer Bruce Smith.
Check. Switch. Spot. No. Defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Trent throwing left side. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Back.
Off the bootleg. Trent. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Ebron's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off the bootleg. Trent. And he rifles one incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for the Cleveland first. Mayfield now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 2nd and 1. Finds an opening past the 40. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off play action. Trent. The throw taken in by Cole. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Trent. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So we've reached halftime. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the run, this is Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's taken down inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tackle. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the 1st touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing on 1st down. Trent looking left side, and it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Back to throw. Trent, and no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage. And find the end zone. That's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll run again with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
We got four.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. They run with Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Browns on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. From the gun, Trent. And he's got this down to the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving.
Let's go. Let's go. And two stop. Single receiver. Hey, let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block. but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st down, Trent.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mayfield's going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Hunt is not going to get there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Looking to throw. Trent. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake. Trent. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Trent. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Looking to throw. Trent, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for